So yeah, like I was saying, like if I had that kind of money, like I'll be impactful on a global scale. Like, you know, I would have a big team. You know, just go from place to place, anywhere that's in need of anything. If you see what I mean, as long as those people are willing and happy for us to come in, because of course you're never going to enforce, you can't enforce your will upon people. So of course you would need to talk to them first and seek permission and go about it the right way and do all that kind of thing, because you'd never want to offend people either as well. So as long as they were willing for you to come in and offer assistance and give help where it's needed or required, then I'd be there to do that shit. I'd have a big, like I said, a big team. And with hundreds of billions of pounds, mate, that wouldn't, like in certain places, right? Like, you could change their whole country with like 50, like, not even, no, probably more than that, probably like £100 million in certain places, in certain countries in the world right now. Could almost change the whole country. Could redevelop almost the whole country. So that's in some places, you know?
I think there's a lot of people in this world not doing much anymore. You know, a long time ago there used to be a lot of farmers,
Yeah.
And now it's sort of like concrete everywhere, and you know, trees chopped down here and there, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And well, you know, this world grows lots and lots of fruit, basically. You know, but it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean, it's not growing so many things because people are busy doing other things. If you see what I mean, like acting, for instance, that's a new one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, acting's been around for thousands of years, I think, but it's exploded big time in the last 100 years, if you ask me. There's a lot of people that have come on or got on the golden stage, basically, because TV's invented. You know, you think, like, if the camera wasn't invented, we wouldn't know all these stars, if you see what I mean. You know, they wouldn't have existed in a kind of way, you know, like, for instance, Michael Jackson, or all these superstars, right? If the camera or if electric wasn't invented, we wouldn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
That's the truth, you know, they only exist because of the radio.
Yeah.
You know?
The entertainment system.
Yeah. And I mean, that invention, electric, and the microphone and all the electric, you know, whatever, is sort of given a lot of people motivation to become superstars, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, and it's changed our world in a very big dimension, just like the internet has, really. You know, the invention of the internet is kind of done something to our world, you know. I mean, people used to sell their records, you know, put on records, but people can't do that anymore, you know. It's kind of like they put it on the internet and hope they're going to make a living out of it, if you see what I mean. You know, there's a lot of musicians not making much money anymore because of the internet, I think, you know. There are some, but not many. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people upload their stuff and they don't get a penny for it. You know, I think today, you know, it's not the same world as it was 30 years ago.
Well, I was going to say, if you're an independent artist like myself, right, where you have to invest, everything that you do is you pay for out of your own pocket. So I pay for my instrumentals, I pay for my studio time, I pay for my distribution, and you have to pay for marketing and a few other, and various other things along the way. Like, it's quite a big expenditure. Like, especially if you want to put money towards marketing, which you need today. Like, in order to get because the market is so overly saturated today, like you were saying, it's such a big industry and there's so many people trying to pursue it, whether it be music or, you know, whatever, especially music. Like, you have to pay for marketing, and generally speaking, like, it's not a small budget. Like, if you really want your stuff to be seen and to be heard, for a few weeks, like, you know, especially like if you're like, okay, like for me, I'm about to release a new single at the end of this month, actually like 2 weeks away from now, I'm going to release a new single. When that releases, I've already got money put aside for a budget for that, you know, to promote it, obviously, you know, you want to be running your ads, you know what I mean, your ads on YouTube and stuff like that, so people can see your stuff, so it's visible, if you see what I mean, because in this day and age, there's so much. Think about how many people upload stuff to YouTube every day, especially music and stuff like that. If you have no marketing plan or no budget towards actually trying to promote your music, you're just going to be overlooked, and you're not going to. The likelihood of you being seen and just picked up just like that is very, like, 0.001% or something like that. Like, you know. Like, there are the few exceptions to the rule that will release a song that's someone who's unknown, and it would just all of a sudden blow up because it's really catchy or something like that, or like, you know, the younger people really like it, and it's really, you know, it's got a good chorus or something on it. But that's very rare. Like, the average person will upload something to YouTube, and then if they've got no marketing, no budget, whatever, you know, they might get a few views, you know what I mean, but nothing that's going to really ever bring you any kind of like substantial income. Or like, for me, like, okay, the last single that I released 6 months ago is almost at 50,000 plays on Spotify, yeah, on Apple Music and a few other streaming platforms as well that it's on, yeah. It's also got a few thousand streams on each one of those as well, if you see what I mean. So altogether, it's probably had about 65,000 streams in total across all the digital platforms, yeah. My YouTube, yeah, my YouTube now is my YouTube, and it's connected to, it's my official music channel connected to my distribution. That's now, if you see what I mean, that can also pay me as well. My music uploaded to YouTube through my distribution, through views, also brings me money to my distribution. And obviously, if I do eventually get my page monetized, which is obviously the goal for any, you know, artist or YouTuber or whoever's using YouTube, then obviously I'll make money from that as well. But yeah, it's just, it's like I was saying, you know, I won't keep banging on about it, but it's, marketing is very important, you know what I mean, especially being an independent artist. You've got to know that, you know, you can't just, you know, it's good to have good music, it's good to have all these things, but you also have to have some money to promote it, you know, because otherwise you're not really going to be seen, you know, and it's going to be like eventually over time it's going to be a losing investment, you know. So you have to make sure you have good product, which is, you know, the art, and then a good marketing plan and budget, you know, to try and, you know, get some eyes on it, you know, to, you know,
advertise it.
yeah, you know. So yeah.
We're talking about motivation.
That's it.
Today.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what are the things to be motivated for in life? You know.
Yeah.
You know, like having a child, for instance.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's a nice. You
Yeah.
know, I'm pretty pleased today. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I've got 3 children in this world. Really, do you know what I mean? You know. But what I'm trying to say is, now I've had a family, you know, and they're growing up and things, I think, what am I going to do next, you know, in my life, you know.
Yeah.
And I ain't got much longer left, really, you know, like, I've had 56 years, and I don't think I'm going to have 56 left, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm going to live till 112.
Yeah.
I think I might live to 90, okay? And that's about it. So I don't think I've got much longer left, all right?
Yeah.
But one thing would be about, to be motivated about, I think, is educating yourself, learning.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you don't have to sort of like be doing anything really, apart from maybe reading things, you know, to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing I enjoy doing in my spare time, learning, especially about history. I find that's very interesting, history, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you learn about? You can't really learn about the future, can we? If you see what I mean, because it's not happened yet. You can only dream about that, but you can always sort of like dig into the past, especially with the internet now, you know, with all the documentaries you got about what really happened in history, you know, from the start of it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's something to be motivated about, educating yourself to be a better person in life, you know.
Yeah.
Understand philosophy.
That's it.
Understand life. Understand yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Facts. Yeah.
I'm still learning in life, you know.
And you will until the day it's your time to go, mate.
That's right, you know, like in a year's time, I'm hoping to do more history learning, you know. I've done a little bit yesterday, whatever, and I'm aiming to do more in my future, you know. And knowledge is powerful.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Well, knowledge is power.
It is power.
Yeah.
You know, and understanding our true history, if you understood it, you would be a more powerful person, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you more powerful, understanding the true history about everything, you know. And I'm thinking sort of like, man, this year I've done a lot of history, you know, whatever, you know, and I feel like next year I'm going to do a little bit more, and I'm learning big time, you know, and I feel like I'm starting to understand life a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this moment in time, I feel quite relaxed in life, that I'm happy with what I know.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I know how to cook whatever and etc. You know.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I know in life, and I can't wait to learn more, you know. And next year, if we're still doing a show, you know, I'll be even slightly more intelligent about what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Because I've studied, I've aimed, worked hard in my spare time, because I get plenty of time. I'm not like you, I don't work anymore, do you know what I mean? So all I wake up, have a bath, switch on the computer and watch documentaries, you know, and like a lot of stuff that you do watch might not be true,
Yeah.
but you can kind of put the jigsaw puzzle together, so, you know,
Yeah.
by researching, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
I love researching,
Mm.
and it's not just about learning on the computer all the time, you know, like staying day after day on the computer and learning, you know, it's about going out and exploring as well and meeting new people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing I want to do in my future, you know, I want to visit different towns and I've got my own channel, another channel, the Bird Lover Man, and I started last year, you know, and I didn't have many subscribers at first, but now I've got 500.
That's great.
So next year I might have 1,000, who knows?
Yeah.
But, you know, I enjoy doing this, you know, I only just started feeding the birds last year, and it's something that I found that I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to feed them again now.
It kind of motivates you.
It does,
yeah.
again, you know, I can't wait to see, you know, the pigeons, because I'm starting to get to know them, they starting to get to know me, whatever. You know, and it's kind of made my life a little bit more exciting in a kind of way, you know. And yeah, and you know, I feel like I've got a lot to look forward to in life, you know, because I found what I enjoy,
Yeah.
filming pigeons and feeding them.
Yeah.
You know, and I share my memories on YouTube, you know, I've got my own channel and it's growing, you know.
Yeah.
And like I say, I enjoy doing it. Just like you enjoy doing your music, you know.
Yeah.
I love doing music too,
Yeah.
anyway, you know, I think that's another thing, everyone's, I feel, is a musician and an artist, really,
In some way, yeah.
Well, they all got potential, most people, as long as they've got 2 ears,
Yeah.
you know, and whatever. And, you know, I think we're all musicians, you know, we all like listening to music, most of us, okay?
Yeah.
But I think we're all musicians, you know, and today, in this modern world, you know, look like younger people leaving school and they've got the internet and they've got computers, they're making up music today, you know, there's a lot more musicians spreading about, you know, I think we're all musicians, you know, and, you know, some people don't bother learning about, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that, you know, but I believe they're all musicians and there's so many artists out there, and there's so many different artists on YouTube now, you know.
Right.
You're like a needle, do you know what I mean? In a haystack.
YouTube is almost like Google today.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like infinite. You know what I mean? Like anything you look for, search for on there, you can pretty much find a video of it or a song, or whatever it is that you're looking for.
And it's growing each day, isn't it? You know, it is. The number of videos are getting uploaded every hour.
Exactly.
You know.
The database is growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised actually how many documentaries are on there, you know, and how many good documentaries are on there, you know.
Yeah.
How much I'm learning from it all, you know.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like this internet world really is brand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a kind of way to us.
Yeah.
It's like we're newborn to it, you know. You think like in a couple 100 years' time, it's not going to be new to anyone, is it? It's going to be old, you know. How much will be on YouTube by then? You think about it. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
Another 10 years of uploading.
Yeah, I mean, they even on YouTube, you can go to the Beatles, or maybe Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
They're all uploaded on there, you know.
Still,
So you can go back into history on there and watch black and white films, you know, that were made 100 years ago, you know. And like you think, like in another 50 years' time, it's going to be amazing, you know. Like people are going to carry on uploading, you know, and uploading, you know, year after year.
Yeah.
And there'll be so much on it one day, you know. So I think around the world at the moment they're digging up the past, you know, and I think we're learning about it very fast.
Ah, yeah, learning more and more. Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Today.
All these archaeologists and all these different people.
Well, with the power of with the internet at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Everyone's got it, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You know, I think you know we're all kind of learning about the world in a different way with the help of the internet, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Trouble is though, a lot of the, especially today, more so than ever. Like back in the past, it wasn't as much, but like today, the internet's kind of censored in a way too as well. Like a lot of the stuff I used to be able to find online, like trying to research and stuff, like especially like conspiracy type stuff and stuff like that, used to be able to find it online. But I find today it's really hard to find certain things online, like especially on like Google. Like if you use like a private VPN or something like that, which is like your own private, you know, your own private, what's it called, internet browser, if you see what I mean, then you can usually find stuff a bit more easier, you know. But if you use certain like search engines like Google and other ones that are kind of like, you know, the big mainstream search engines, if you see what I mean, and information providers, there is a lot of censorship as well. Like a lot of stuff I used to, like I said, I used to be able to find, I can't find anymore. So yeah, I think at the same time there is a lot of information out there, but at the same time a lot of stuff that people use, you know, informative stuff is being, you know, removed, or, you know.
It's like Facebook, I don't find that very good now. It used to be,
Yeah.
but they weakened it,
Yeah.
you know, made it difficult and it's not so good.
Yeah.
You think it would get better, you know, like.
Yeah.
It's like when you click on the profile picture, right? Now you go straight to it, right? You used to, right? But now you got to click on it.
Yeah.
And then it comes up, go to profile picture or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And you got to click another button, you know, and it's just really slow.
Yeah.
You know, they made it awkward,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Not as simple
They've
as it
not
used to be.
modernised it, made it better, they made it worse.
Oh.
But that's that, you know. It's,
Yeah.
like I said, I love learning in life, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, once you've learned something, yeah, you've learned it, haven't you?
True.
You know, once you've learned how to do something, for
Yeah.
instance, or, I mean, sometimes you learn something, or some people learn something and believe it
Yeah.
with their hearts,
Yeah.
and it's not true. They believe it all their life, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. So I think you've got to be careful in what you believe in as well.
Yeah.
You know, careful about what you know as well. Really, you know, it's like you don't want to learn about really all the tortures that's gone on in the past, for instance. You know.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do. You know. It's all up to you at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, each day is up to you, I think. I mean, like, in the past, I've had a few bad days that I didn't like, you know.
Right.
I mean, I've had a lot of days that I've loved, you know, like, really, really good memories, yeah. And I just, you know, the past is behind me now. I've had 56 years of the past now. And now I want to wake up tomorrow and just enjoy life, yeah. And I do, okay, because, I mean, how are you going to enjoy life if you moan about the rain, for instance? You know what I mean? You've got to be happy with everything.
Yeah.
You know, so when it's raining outside, I'm still smiling.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, even if I got to go out, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I used to get angry when I dropped something a long time ago and pick it up and get angry, you know, but I don't anymore. Just laugh.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to laugh at things if you want to enjoy life in a funny way.
Yeah.
You know, and keep positive, you know, and keep busy sometimes, you know, because you've got to do the washing up, you've got to do these horrible things that we don't like. But do it with a smile, be positive, be happy. Sometimes even being sick, you know, I've been sick, but I know it's temporary.
Yeah.
You know, and like life, it's like a roller coaster. You go up and down.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel greater than others.
Yeah.
Basically, don't you? You know, it's a bit like a roller coaster. And you got to remember when you do go down, really down low. If you go really down low, yeah, you got to just remember that you've got to go back high again.
Yeah, exactly.
The next day.
You've got to take the highs with the lows.
Because I mean, that's human nature for you. We go up and down like this a little bit. You know, our moods will go up and down.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like sleeping really. We got to go to sleep and then awake. You know, like that. You know, and our moods are a bit like that, a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to control your moods. You've
Yeah.
got to control. You've got to focus as well on. I don't know. You've got to just control your thoughts, everything. You know, and sometimes I might have a bad thought in my head, and I think, what? But you know, just forget about it. You know.
Discard that.
Yeah, you know, and you can sort of be moaning all day about something, you know, but you can be happy all day. It's up to you. Like I say, happiness is up to you at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's just important to be happy and motivated
Yeah.
for the next day. You know, I'm looking for, because you do get wiser every day, and your imagination does grow every year. It really does. And why does it grow? Because you've got more memories. You know, like every year that goes by, you've got a whole year of whatever went on.
Yeah.
To remember again.
Yeah.
You know?
Experiences,
You've got
etc.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, life I think is all about memories a bit, and that's another thing to be motivated about, is trying to make good days, really, you know, enjoyable days that are going to be rememberable.
Yeah, make good memories.
Rather than days that you want to forget.
Exactly. Because when you get to a certain age, all you have really, in a sense, is your memories. You know.
Yeah.
Because if you're blessed enough to have a nice long life and whatever, when you got a certain age and you start to become more restricted in life, because you might not be as fit or as strong as, or whatever the case may be in life, you're living to your 80s or 90s, whatever, you know, a lot of time what you have left is your memories, you know, everything you did in the past, you know, all, you know, you're just able to take that, you know, you're able to reflect on, you know, everything you know,